Hello, everyone, and welcome to We the People. Tonight, we will be reading Article 2 of the Constitution of the United States. During each section of Article 2, I will give a brief summary of what the wording means. As always, I'm requesting that if you have not subscribed to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button below. Also, hit that like button. So, without further ado, I present the Constitution of the United States, Article 2, Section 1. The executive power shall be vested in a President of the United States of America. He shall hold his office during the term of 4 years, and together with the Vice President chosen for the same term, be elected as follows. Each state shall appoint in such manner as the legislature thereof may direct a number of electors, each to the whole equal to the whole number of senators and representatives to which the state may be entitled in Congress. But no senator or representative or person holding an office of trust or profit under the United States shall be appointed and elected. So this first section is talking about, what it's saying is that the President of the United States will have the executive power, uh, and his term and the Vice President's term will be 4 years. It also goes on to explain how they will be elected, as each state will have electors, what we call the Electoral College today, matching the same number as the representatives and senators. It also goes on to explain how the electors shall operate. The electors shall meet in their respective estates and vote by ballot for two persons, of whom one at least shall not be an inhabitant of the same state with themselves, and they shall make a list of the persons voted for, and of the number of votes for each, which list they shall sign and certify, and transmit sealed to the seat of the government of the United States, directed to the President of the Senate. The President of the Senate shall, in the presence of the Senate and House of Representatives, open all the certificates, and the votes shall then be counted. The person having the greatest number of votes shall be the President. If such number be a majority of the whole number of electors appointed, and if there be more than one who have such majority and have an equal number of votes, then the House of Representatives shall immediately choose by ballot one of them for president. And if no person have a majority, then from the five highest on the list, the said House shall in like manner choose the president. But in choosing the president, the vote shall be taken by states, the representation from each state having one vote. A quorum for this purpose shall consist of a member of or members from 2/3 of the states, and a majority of all the states shall be necessary to a choice. In each case, after the choice of the president, the person having the greatest number of votes of the electors shall be the vice president. But if there should remain two or more who have equal votes, the Senate shall choose from them by ballot the vice president. So this is the process where the Electoral College comes into play. So not only do you have your senators and representatives, you also have your electors, whom help to determine who wins an election. It is possible that a candidate may win an election even though he did not win the popular vote, the vote of the people. Continuing on with the Section 1, the Congress may determine the time of choosing the electors, and the day on which they shall give their votes, which day shall be the same throughout the United States. No person, except a natural born citizen or a citizen of the United States at the time of the adoption of this Constitution, shall be eligible to the office of President. Neither shall any person be eligible to that office who shall not have attained to the age of 35 years, and been 14 years a resident within the United States. In case of the removal of the President from office or of his death, resignation, or inability to discharge the powers and duties of the said office, the same shall devolve on the Vice President, and the Congress may by law provide for the case of removal, death, resignation, or inability both of the President and the Vice President, declaring what officer shall then act as President, and such officer shall act accordingly until the disability be removed or a President shall be elected. So this portion covers the requirements of any candidate running for president and states that they must be a born citizen or a citizen at the time of adoption of this Constitution. Basically saying that you have to be born in the United States to be able to run for president. It also covers what should happen in the case of death or illness and not being able to perform their duties of the president. So the section goes on, continues on. The president shall, at stated times, receive for his services a compensation, which shall neither be increased nor diminished during the period for which he shall have been elected, and he shall not receive within that period any other emolument from the United States or any of them. Before he enter on the execution of his office, he shall take the following oath of affirmation. I do solemnly swear or affirm that I will faithfully execute the office of the President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. The rest of the section 1 covers the compensation that the executive branch shall receive. It also covers taking the oath of office, which states that the president will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. And we have some presidents and a couple of past presidents that need to go back and look over their oath of office, which states that the president will preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. Okay, that's the end of section 1. Now we're going to start with section 2. The president shall be commander-in-chief of the Army and Navy of the United States and of the militia of the several states when called into the actual service of the United States. He may require the opinion and writing of the principal officer in each of the executive departments upon any subject relating to the duties of their respective offices, and he shall have power to grant reprieves and pardons for offenses against the United States, except in cases of impeachment. He shall have power, by and with advice and consent of the Senate, to make treaties, provided 2/3 of the senators present concur. And he shall nominate, and by and with the advice and consent of the Senate, shall appoint ambassadors, other public ministers, and consuls, judges of the Supreme Court, and all other officers of the United States, whose appointments are not herein otherwise provided for, and which shall be established by law. But the Congress may by law vest the appointment of such inferior officers as they think proper, in the President alone, in the courts of law, or in the heads of the departments. The President shall have power to fill up all the vacancies that may happen during the recess of the Senate by granting commissions which shall expire at the end of their next session. So basically, Section 2 is spelling out the duties of the President. He will be the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces, and he will have the right to appoint judges, ambassadors, and other positions as needed. Section 3, he shall from time to time give to the Congress information of the State of the Union and recommend to their considerations such measures as he shall judge necessary and expedient. He may, on extraordinary occasions, convene both houses or either of them, and in cases of disagreement between them with respect to the time of adjournment, he may adjourn them to such times as he shall think proper. He shall receive ambassadors and other public ministers. He shall take care the laws be faithfully executed. Take care that the laws be faithfully executed, and shall commission all the officers of the United States. This one is basically self-explanatory, making the State of the Union addresses. Section 4: the President, Vice President, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office on impeachment for and conviction of treason, bribery, and other high crimes and misdemeanors. So this is supposed to keep our government officials in check, abiding by the laws of the Constitution, not accepting bribes or compensation other than their set pay, or conspiring to overthrow the government or convicted of any crimes, including misdemeanors. So that is Article 2 in a nutshell. And I ask that if you have any questions or comments, please put them in the comments below. I will get back with you as soon as I can with an answer or to reply to a comment. Again, I'm going to ask that you please subscribe to my channel, We the People. I also have the Rex Flipper program, which is my reseller network. So please hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. And from my family to yours, Halloween's coming up. Have a happy and safe Halloween. And God bless America.